Hello, I'm Tom Bleasdale, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the fun subject of abuse from strangers. You may have been fortunate enough not to experience any abuse from any strangers due to your illness or condition. Unfortunately, for most of us, it's not that way. Most of us have at some point had to deal with abuse from strangers in some form or other, whether it be directly to our faces in the street, or through the system when trying to get help for our condition and mental health issues and financial support. The judgment is tremendous. The presumptions that people have are unreal, and that can often lead to verbal abuse and abusive situations and even physical abuse. I have to say there are people who have experienced abuse far worse than I have experienced. There's people I know who have been attacked physically, and it's absolutely horrific that it can escalate to that kind of level. There are people out there that might think it funny to, knock someone's stick out from them, and then when they're on the ground, laugh at them. It's quite horrible how nasty some people can be to the ill and disabled when their illnesses are displayed and visible. If you have fibromyalgia, you may be able to keep your illness, completely invisible. I myself need to use a walking stick these days, so it's not entirely hidden. And because of that, I have had verbal abuse in the street from strangers, which, first time it happened, I was so shocked, absolutely stunned and flabbergasted that a stranger would think that they had the right to say anything to me about my illness, let alone something in a mean, derogatory or negative manner. What was it, you may wonder? Well, around 2010 there was a societal and governmental shift, and before that people were nice and polite, and they would generally say to me, "Oh, I see you've got a walking stick, you've got some kind of condition or a bad leg, may I ask, is it okay to ask?" And that would be fine, and I'd tell them that's okay. But then it changed, and I started getting looked at with suspicion and scorn and disgust. And people would say to me with this look of suspicion and scorn on their face, "So what's wrong with you then?" And those words, I've heard those so many times. So what's wrong with you then? As if I'm faking. As if there's nothing wrong with me. "Oh, what's wrong with you then? You're making it up, are you? You're just putting it on, are you? You're just trying to get out of being a world-class audio engineer at Abbey Road Recording Studios." That was my career. But they treat me as if I gave that up so that I can live in my mum's house and just not actually, progress very far in life. Not have any relationships, not have a social life, not go surfing, skateboarding, mountain biking, not do martial arts, not play live in bands. They think that I gave all this up so I could be a shut-in, so I could choose to be a shut-in. Why would I do that? Why would anyone do that? But that's the attitude people have. It's bizarre. Often people in governmental departments will have this attitude that we're faking, we're making it up, and we're choosing to give up everything that we live for so that we can get a couple £100 a week off the benefit system. There may be some fakers out there, but those fakers, they're not living like us. Because they're faking, they're going out and about and hoping they don't get caught. They're going out having fun, living life as normally as they would, except pretending to be ill now and again when they have to for the benefit system. Those are the fakers. We're the ones who are trying, when we go out, to pretend that we're well. We don't want people to see us as ill, so we try to pretend that we're well. We try to pretend that we're not ill. We try to pretend we're not suffering. We cover up the pain we're in. No one wants to be near us if we're ill all the time. So these people who have these questions of what's wrong with you then, are you putting it on, are you faking it? Those people, they're extremely stupid people. Extremely stupid. Beggars belief how they function in society. They think they can ask us to explain ourselves to them. They think they have the right to demand an explanation of what's wrong with us. They don't have the right. I had someone say to me one night when I was out with a friend at a club watching a band that I had friends playing in, came over to me after being there for a couple of hours, saying, "What's wrong with you then? If you're going to pick a leg, you need to stick with it." And I said, "What do you mean? What? I didn't know what the guy was on about. I was completely, what, I said, what are you on about? He said, I've seen you swapping your walking stick from one hand to the other all night. If you're going to fake an injury, pick a leg and stick with it. I said, I haven't got one bad leg. I've got two bad legs. I've got an entire bad body. I've got terrible spine, neck, muscle. I, started going off on one. And my friend got in between us and said, don't worry about this, Tom. I'm going to handle this. And he took the guy away and had words with him for me. Oh, I was so furious, and it hurt that someone would think they had the right to demand an explanation of me, and these people, they're not doctors, so why on earth do they think they can assess us medically just by looking at us, having never met us, having known nothing? It's insane. And, I've had people who I thought I knew say to me, oh, there's nothing wrong with you, you're putting it on. Just because they thought that's what they wanted to think. I don't know why they would think that. Because the government had told them there's a load of people faking? I don't know. We lose so much through this. And people think that we choose it. It hurts so much when people accuse us of choosing to live like this. And yeah, it can make you angry, rightfully, and it hurts. It does hurt. So what can we do if people are abusive to us about our condition? There's nothing we can do apart from know that we are, as people, much better than them. We're worth more than them, and we're just far more intelligent than they are, which is a good thing. And my response these days is, if someone does say anything, is just, go to hell. None of your business. Just whatever I can do just to dismiss them and put them beneath me and kind of make it clear that they do not deserve my attention or time or energy. They're not going to get it. They're going to get 2-3 words at most. And then I'm going to move on with my life and ignore them. If they shout at me afterwards, I'll just carry on and pretend they don't exist, because they're worthless, these people. They're worthless. And I'm not going to let them interfere with my life like that. And I will absolutely say my bit in just a few words. Go to hell, F off, stick it. Be as abusive as you feel is necessary. Just do what's right for you. If the right thing for you is to just pretend you don't hear it and ignore them completely, brilliant. Do that. Me, I'm just a bit more mouthy than that, and I need to at least say something. That's just me. So yeah, I hope you don't experience any abuse from any strangers. You may be lucky enough not to. I purposely avoid going out and about these days because I don't like receiving abuse from strangers, and I don't want to get into any confrontational situations. But that's how it is. A lot of disabled people I know receive abuse for being ill or disabled. It's just a disease of society, and we have to put up with that and just rise above it and just be better than that. That's all we can do, is just be better than that. So yeah, I hope you don't experience it, and if you do, just let it go.